Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel and welcome to Week in Review. This is where we take a look at the videos that we reviewed last week and give you quick summaries of them. Then if you want to know more, you can check the links in the description of this video and see the whole video. Let's get started.
Hey everybody, Garcia here. So last week I put out a top 10 expansions at GenCon video, talking about things I was looking forward to there. Check that out. And then I've got a couple of reviews here. So I reviewed a card game called Tomate. I rate this a 5 out of 10. It's a Reiner Knizia game in which you are trying to win gold cards in the center of the table by bidding on them simultaneously with other players. But once you're invested in a bidding color, you must continue to bid in that color or you bow out. I thought it was an interesting concept. It feels a little bit like some of Knizia's older games, but it was a little restrictive for me. There wasn't a lot of breathing room, and I wish the design had just one or two little things on top of what's there to spice it up. I also reviewed Black Angel, which I rate an 8 out of 10. And this is a large concept space travel, space exploration game. All the players are supposed to represent artificial intelligence aboard the Black Angel, traveling through space, manipulating, and maintaining basically the ship and running the ship. You are going to be sending out little search parties and expeditions, all while being attacked by Ravagers. The game feels like a very well thought out, very confident design. It's got a lot going on in it, but everything is interesting and works together in a clever way. I quite enjoyed it. So that's it for me. Thanks for checking this out. I will see you on the next one.
Hey folks, welcome back to another weekend review. Did 4 videos for you this week. The first one was a review of a game called Astro Trash. This is basically LCRE themed. Gave it a 2 out of 10. Go check out the details in the video if you want. Did not like the game. Second one was Ubongo Extreme, the fun size edition. And this one was actually fun. It's more like an abstract strategy game, puzzle-ish type thing that everybody's doing kind of solo but together, and there's a time aspect that's involved as well. I did not enjoy it, gave it a 6 out of 10. Check out the review for more details there. Also did a first impressions video for Dead Man's Cabal and Passtally, a couple games that we played from Pandasaurus Games on Tuesday. And I, so far, enjoyed both of them. Want to try them again to see how they work in different situations, but you can check that out. And then finally did a review for Jixia Academy. That is the re-implementation of Hanamakoji from Emperor S4 Games and Deep Water Games. So it is, generally speaking, Hanamakoji with different characters, different artwork, so forth and so on. But you can go check that out for the details. That's it from me. Let's get back to the rest of your review.
All right, from myself, first of all, I took a look at several okay games. Curios, this is a kind of a set game, like an auction style game. It's okay. You know, you're slowly bidding over different archaeological things. I didn't mind it. Little Town, this is where you place workers out on a board, and where you place them, the surrounding stuff will give you resources, and then you can put out tiles and slowly change how this town is built up. Again, it's okay. I actually like the central conceit of the game. It's a really interesting idea, but the game itself is just kind of, oh, it's interesting, and then we move on. Dust in the Wings, what a pretty butterfly game. And if you add in some optional rules that aren't included in the game, it actually makes the game better. But as it is, it's too thinky and too light at the same time. And that combo, it works okay, but it isn't something that makes me want to come back over and over again. Rolling Bandits. Maybe not one I want to play all the time, but this is a great one for kids where you're going to roll dice and place those in different train cars, trying to have the majority to basically rob that train car and get points. It's a Yahtzee style game, but definitely geared towards kids. Hens. This one would have got a higher rating had it simply a bigger board. The small board makes me knock the gems and the hens over all the time. But other than that, the game itself is a little kind of programming where you roll dice as quickly as you can, placing them in different spots to move the hens around. I like that. And also the gems in this jeweled egg, they look really cool. North American Railways. This is what I think I would like a little better if it was a little bigger. It's kind of like an 18XX game that shrunk down to just cards. But because they shrunk the cards down, not having the board or the geography kind of It's one of those games where when I'm done playing it, I'm like, I don't know what I could have done differently, and a mistake can really cost you. So I didn't dislike the game, but I don't know that I want to play it much more. Who's It? This is a fun party game. It's a cooperative party game where someone is giving clues, and you are going to use those clues to eliminate people till you find the one person that they're thinking of. It works really well, and it's just a fun experience. Vinyl. This is a game as maybe it's a little too crowded, the iconography on the boards and stuff, but a simple game about collecting cards that you then use to collect these albums. You're a record, a vinyl collector, and great artwork, cool theme. 5211. This is a simple game from Plan B Games in which you have 5 cards, you'll play 2, then 1, then 1, and then you see who has the majority. It could have been, there's a few things that I think I would have changed to make it even better. As it is, it's very light, but it's a nice, easygoing game with a little bit of push your luck aspect to it that I enjoyed. Terror Below. This is a lot of fun, basically based on Tremors, where you're driving around in vehicles and avoiding worms or fighting worms and collecting eggs and going and dropping them off at different spots. Very enjoyable game. And if you like that theme, that campy theme that Tremors has, Terror Below will really appeal to you. Escape Plan. This Vital Lacerda game is about a bunch of criminals who've hidden money around the city, and now they're trying to get that money and get out of town. It has some strong thematic ties. This is one of his, he usually has strong thematic overlays, but this is one that really appealed to me. I like the whole idea of this. It's fairly complex, even though compared to most of his games, it's on the lighter end, but even that's still complex. But there's a lot of cool decisions, and I like how everything just works together. It just feels different than most other games. And Dragonscales. This is a Dice Tower Essentials, so obviously I'm biased, but this is a remaking of Dragon Rampage from Rich and Launius. Just a silly, fun game where you're rolling dice multiple times and using those dice to either fight a dragon, run from the dragon, or just stay alive, or somewhere in between all that, collecting treasure as you go. It's simple, it's fun, and an amazingly cool little production. We also did our top 10 anticipated games from GenCon, some GenCon coverage. We started that last week because, hey, GenCon's coming next week. We did a live play of some games from Pandasaurus and crowd surfing and board game breakfast. Lots of different things came out last week. Check those all out. Until next time, I'm Tom Vasel, and you've been watching Look Back, or Weekend Review, on the Dice Tower.